Article 210.52A3 of the National Electrical Code, also known as NEC, mandates specific requirements for ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI, protection in dwelling units. Specifically, it addresses receptacle outlets installed at countertop and work surfaces. The essence of this code section is to enhance electrical safety in areas where water or moisture may be present, thereby reducing the risk of electrical shock. The specific requirement outlined in Article 210.52A3 pertains to 120-volt, 15 and 20 ampere receptacles. These receptacles must be installed within 6 feet of the outside edge of kitchen counters. This includes countertop surfaces of islands, peninsulas, and bars. It is important to note that the requirement applies regardless of the presence of a sink. The fundamental rationale behind this requirement lies in the heightened risk of electrical shock in areas where water or moisture may be present. Kitchens and areas with countertops are inherently prone to water exposure due to sinks, food preparation, and cleaning activities. Consequently, the installation of GFCIs in these locations provides an additional layer of protection against electrical hazards. GFCIs are designed to detect ground faults, which occur when electrical current flows through an unintended path to ground. This can happen if a person comes into contact with a live wire while also being grounded, resulting in an electrical shock. GFCIs work by monitoring the current flowing through the hot and neutral wires of a circuit. If there is an imbalance between these currents, indicating a ground fault, the GFCI will trip, quickly cutting off the power to the circuit. This rapid response helps to prevent serious injury or electrocution. Even in scenarios where a countertop or bar area does not have a sink, the NEC still mandates GFCI protection. This is because the potential for water exposure remains. Spills, splashes, and condensation can occur even in the absence of a sink, creating a risk of electrical shock. Moreover, appliances and electrical devices used on countertops, such as blenders, toasters, and coffee makers, may also introduce electrical hazards. These appliances can malfunction or have damaged cords, leading to ground faults and potential shocks. The inclusion of islands, peninsulas, and bars within the scope of Article 210.52A3 is significant. These structures often serve as focal points for food preparation, serving, and entertaining. As such, they are subject to the same risks of water exposure and appliance usage as traditional countertops. Therefore, GFCI protection is essential to ensure the safety of individuals using these areas. The 6-foot rule specified in Article 210.52A3 establishes a clear boundary for GFCI protection. Any 120-volt, 15 and 20 ampere receptacle located within 6 feet of the outside edge of a kitchen counter must be GFCI protected. This measurement is taken horizontally from the edge of the countertop to the receptacle. The purpose of this rule is to provide comprehensive protection in the immediate vicinity of the countertop, where the risk of water exposure and appliance usage is highest. Several methods can be used to provide GFCI protection for receptacles in accordance with Article 210.52A3. Firstly, GFCI receptacles can be installed directly at the point of use. These receptacles have built-in GFCI protection and can be easily installed in place of standard receptacles. Secondly, GFCI circuit breakers can be used to protect the entire circuit that serves the countertop receptacles. These breakers are installed in the electrical panel and provide GFCI protection for all devices connected to the circuit. Thirdly, a combination of GFCI receptacles and circuit breakers can be used to provide comprehensive protection. In this approach, GFCI receptacles are installed at specific locations, while a GFCI circuit breaker protects the entire circuit. It is important to note that GFCI should be tested regularly to ensure proper functionality. The test button on a GFCI receptacle or circuit breaker should be pressed periodically to verify that the device trips and interrupts the circuit. If the GFCI fails to trip during testing, it should be replaced immediately. In addition to the requirements of Article 210.52A3, other sections of the NEC may also apply to receptacle installations at countertops. For example, Article 210.8 addresses GFCI protection in specific locations such as bathrooms, garages, and outdoors. These sections may have additional requirements or exceptions that must be considered. Furthermore, local codes and regulations may also impose additional requirements for GFCI protection. It is essential to consult with local building officials or a qualified electrician to ensure compliance with all applicable codes and regulations. The NEC is a comprehensive set of standards that addresses various aspects of electrical installations. It is updated regularly to reflect advancements in technology and changes in safety practices. Compliance with the NEC is essential to ensure the safety of electrical systems and prevent electrical hazard. In summary, Article 210.52(a)(3) of the NEC mandates GFCI protection for 120-volt, 15 and 20 ampere receptacles located within 6 feet of the outside edge of kitchen counters. This requirement applies regardless of the presence of a sink and is intended to provide protection against electrical shock in areas where water or moisture may be present. GFCIs should be tested regularly to ensure proper functionality, and compliance with all applicable codes and regulations is essential.